Welcome into the Snapped Podcast, my personal audio journal. My name is Tyler Kluber. I'm a personal trainer and podcaster, but it gets a little bit deeper than that, and this show is going to give you an inside look on my thoughts concerning health and fitness, business, mindset, and creating the life that you feel lucky to live. I hope you enjoy the show. Sit back, relax, and let's have a day. We're back. Quick one today. Welcome in to the Snap Studios, which is the same studios as the Wash Up Walk On Studios, and it's the same studios as the Tyler Kluber Fitness Studios. And that's what we're doing around here. We're doing a podcast. I'm wearing the Let's Have a Day sweatshirt if you're watching the YouTube, and none of you are, so fuck it. That doesn't matter. What does matter? Quick episode. Getting this in. I am getting it in on a Wednesday. My Wednesday is much better than it was last week. I did work today, but I consider myself on break whenever my wife goes on break from school. So that was today. Alas, I am on Christmas break. However, we're still doing some things like this podcast. What is this episode going to be about? Ooh, and this might actually be the final episode, unless I get one in. I'm not going to say that because I might do an episode on next Tuesday before we fly out to Orlando, where the Hawks are going to take on the Kentucky Wildcats in a week and a half on New Year's Day in the Citrus Bowl. We're going to be there. We're flying out on Wednesday. The game is on Saturday. Obviously, flying out Wednesday is not going to allow me to record then, but if I can get an episode out on Tuesday, I will. Today's topic is pretty easy, pretty simple, and again, more of just a reflection of what I'm doing. But man, it's been a crazy month. I had an idea for the fitness side of things, the personal training side of things, the coach side of things. I feel like I'm lacking if I don't have an offering for around the holidays. I feel like business-wise, I'm leaving something on the table there if I'm not trying to, right? Because this is more than just helping people. This is how I make a living. So if I'm a coach and I feel I have the abilities to help people out with challenges which have been successful in the past, or more than that, remote coaching, whatever it may be, ebooks, specific training programs to get you to certain goals. If I feel like that's who I am, that's what I'm doing. And I'm also trying to grow and advance myself as a entrepreneur, grow financially so that I can continue to do what I love and produce more and more of those offerings, then I feel like I'm not taking the whole meal, right? I'm not filling my plate if I don't have something around the holidays. So last year it was the Hammer the Holidays Challenge, and that went okay. It didn't go off as well as I would have liked. I didn't put enough effort into it. And I also, not that I put in like a half-ass effort. I think I could have tweaked a few things. I overlooked a few things. In hindsight, you always look back, you're like, damn, I should have changed some of that stuff. I used some of that knowledge for what I just put out. And I'm very happy currently. I'm sure, again, we'll look back after this and say, wow, I could have done better. And we will do better because you can always change these things. Obviously, evolution is part of this. But this year, we're doing the Just Win Today Challenge, JWT Challenge. And it's not a holiday challenge. I think that's one of the hangups that I had in, last year was the first time. It's so nuts. Last year was when I started what I'm doing now. I started being a remote coach, an online trainer, I don't even know what you call it, someone who sells programming and programs and ebooks in the fitness space. I started that last year, March of last year, right? And you guys have heard about all that. It feels like I've been doing it for longer than that, but this is, we're 20, 21 months in. And so I'm still learning so much, which is really, really cool. And the best part is it's like when you start working out and you lay down on the bench press for the first time and you're like, holy shit, I've never done this before. And it feels weird and you don't have control of the bar path and your chest muscles aren't quite firing in the way that you'd like them to. And it's wobbly and you need a spotter. And just in those first few weeks, the first month to 2 months, you start to see strength gains. We'll call them strength gains simply because you're doing a movement repetitively with intention that you've never done before. And so you start to figure, your body starts to figure things out neurologically, starts to put together like, oh, next time I lay down, I know, the muscles and all the tendons and everything is able to control that bar just a little bit better. It makes adjustments, right? And that's what I'm doing now as a coach. I feel like I'm in still my first or second workout right now of a 6-month program as far, relative to my career, where everything I do is the first or second, the 30-day fast fit challenge is something I've done 4 times, right? So I've got 4 reps of that. Everything else, the Hammer the Holidays, now this year, the Just Win Today challenge, some of the eBooks that I have planned, specified programs coming out in 2022, it's all just rep number 1, workout number 1. So I get to figure this shit out on the fly. And I don't think that people were or are as receptive to doing they don't want to do a fitness challenge during the holidays. No one wants to do that. So that was maybe just a bad idea on my part. But now I've got that ebook and it's there. If anyone ever wants to just go and purchase it and try and hold steady and strong and maybe even make a little progress during that time of year, it's there for someone to buy it. And that's kind of the idea, right? Like the more you create, those things don't get deleted. It's the work has been now put in. It's like with the 30-day fast fit challenge, there's probably 1 or 2 people a month that find that just through my social media. They find my website, they then find the store and they're like, oh, what is this? And I'll get a notification every couple weeks that someone's bought the 30-day challenge. And that as an entrepreneur, as a business person, the financial side of things is so incredible because I put that work in March of last year. And then I've tweaked it a little bit since then, made it a little bit more aesthetic. But now it's just every time someone buys that, that's just $100. Like I just made $100 today and I didn't do any work. So the ROI is unlimited or infinity, theoretically. And that's amazing. And so obviously that is part of the back end goal with this Just Win Today challenge. I stayed away from the holidays. This time around, we're doing a New Year's challenge, which is obviously much more popular. And I don't know if I was trying to be like different last year or whatever. I'm sure everybody's tried it. But you realize, oh shit, people are way, way more. And it's why it's so popular. The New Year resolutions, new goals, new diets, new programs, new training. I'm going to cut out pop. I'm going to cut out sugar, whatever it may be. People love that reset. And I love that reset. I'm not even immune to it, right? It's just something about the year ticking over where in our brains as humans, we go, all right, it's time for a reset. I can start fresh with something new. And that's what I've got. Basically, when the Hawks made the Big Ten championship, that put a lot of stress on my plate from the podcast side of things, so from a total workload, I was doing a ton of stuff for that. It pushed back creating this New Year's challenge further than I would have liked. So in the last week or so, I basically threw together this challenge and I'm really, really happy with it. It's so simple. It's all, the individual characteristics of the challenge are very easy, right? It's 30 minutes of exercise a day. I'm giving you a customized calorie count for the month, which is based off the simple formula, and your goals, if you want to gain weight, lose weight, recomp, whatever it may be. And then the goal is just, you need to track and hit your calories every day, get your 30 minutes in every day. And those are the only two things. Otherwise, accountability, check in with me, that, the other thing. Otherwise, that's it. I'm just asking people to be consistent with exercise, physical activity, and eating the same amount of calories every day, which is going to be 98% of the time less than they've been eating, maybe much less. And they're going to see results from that. And I want people to realize how easy that is. It's the reason I call it the Just Win Today Challenge. Is all you have to do when you wake up in the morning is just win today. Just win today. Don't worry about tomorrow, because you can't do anything about tomorrow until you get there. You can plan and have an idea of what tomorrow looks like and put things in your schedule, but you can't execute anything until tomorrow becomes today, right? You live in the present. So we worry about the present. And in the current present time of every second of your life, I want people to realize that the invasiveness of exercise and nutrition, at least the required amount to get people to the goals, or simple progress, or just a little bit of gains that they want to see, it's actually not that much, which is what I'm trying to display during the challenge. Hey, be physically active for 30 minutes a day with intention, and follow these calories that I'm going to give you, right? There's not even food restrictions. Just fill the calories to the number with whatever calories you want. And let's see what happens. Drink a bunch of water as well. And hopefully by the end of this month, people realize, holy smokes, like in practice, I'm really not doing anything special. I'm just being consistent. I'm just waking up every single day and winning that day. And then the next day I do it again. And then when you look back after 7, 14, 21, 28 days, it's like, oh, visually, I can see that I've put a big old green check mark on every single day by just taking it one day at a time. And there's no red X's. And that's consistency. And then hopefully they build out that consistency into 2, 3 months, 6 months, a year. And my hope is that from me knowing what the potential progress and transformations that can happen in those timeframes, hopefully they will notice and see those. That's all I want. And so that's what I got. I dropped that yesterday. We've already got 15 people signed up. I'm super excited. The other value to this challenge is I'm basically the amount of work that I'm putting in during the month, the amount of time and effort that I'm planning on giving and attention, one-on-one attention that I plan on giving to each and every single challenger, makes this a little bit more of an intensive process for me. So it's more expensive. You're basically getting a slight discount on a 1-month trial of one-on-one coaching with me. There's daily check-ins, daily chatting in this challenge. There's Facebook Live Q&As every Friday, a Facebook post and topic of discussion every single day, tracking in the MyFitnessPal app. It's intensive, and it's going to be, I'm going to be right there to basically hold your hand as your one-on-one coach as much as it needs to be held. And it's a little bit more of a premium challenge. So I'm not going to get 70 to 100 people to sign up, although that would be insane, especially financially. But my goal is 25 to 30. And that's good, because then I don't have 100 people to worry about and to chat with and to remember, the other day they had this and they were trying to worry about this meal. Or I can handle 25 to 30 people, and they will get a better product from me, the coach, if it stays that small. And so, we already, maybe it does grow to a little bit bigger than I expected, and hopefully I can still handle that, and I'm prepared to. But yeah, I'm super happy. If any of you listening to this need that easy, simple reset and that accountability just for 1 month to get you in the groove, hit me up or go to my website and then find my Shopify store, which you'll have to click through the 30-day. I'll get it up with the Just Win Today challenge as well. But for now, if you're listening to this right away or the first few days, you're going to have to go and find it through the 30-day challenge app, which is a great challenge. You could do the intermittent fasting challenge as well to start off the new year. And both of these challenges would really, really kickstart you in 2022. But I just, it's my goal to make it apparent to people that it's not as hard as it feels or seems when you're stuck in a rut and you're not in it and it just feels so far away. It's really not. So that's what we're doing. And that's really it, man. I hope everybody has a fantastic holidays. I'm not going to talk about, tips around the holidays. Go back 4 or 5 episodes to my Thanksgiving episode and find the 3 tips that I gave for that to sort of, stay, again, real quickly, I can go over those, but stay active on the days where you're traveling and you're at your family's house. Wake up and be that person who gets in the 20, 30-minute body weight workout. It sets your mind right for the rest of the day, the rest of the trip. And you automatically, subconsciously will make healthier decisions because, I started my day with a healthy decision, right? Limit yourself on the plates of food. There's going to be a ton of homemade buffet style meals, and go in and grab about half to 70% of what your eyes actually tell you to grab. Go to the table, sit down, eat it, wait 10 to 15 minutes, and then decide if you actually want more, or more than likely realize, I'm actually satisfied with this. Right. And then the other one is just plan your days around those big meals, right? If you know you're going to have a huge meal, don't eat breakfast. Slide the calories around to make them work. But other than that, I hope everybody has a fantastic holiday season and last few days of the year, especially if this is the last podcast. I don't think it will be. I'll come up with something for next week as well. But Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Hope Santa's nice to you. And as always, I appreciate you listening to the podcast. Check out the challenge. DM me if you want in, because I've got some people who are serious about making gains, and we're going to do this shit. So thanks for listening. We'll talk next week. Peace.